Mr. Shah
You know,
says that, majority of the country speaks Hindi, and so in order for there to be, smooth communication, it would help that you have one language, and he suggests that Hindi should be that language.
when they speak the word majority, their agenda is different. Why don't you look at it this way? Majority of Indians don't speak Hindi. Okay, look at it that way. If majority is your issue, that's your agenda, then, Kawa ko national bird bana dena, because peacock is not in the majority. It's the uniqueness of a language. Mother tongues have to survive. And when you come to Hindi, what will you give in? How much have you enriched the language Hindi? We are trying to be global citizens today. Is your forest sciences are available in Hindi for the youngsters, for the next generation? Is your medical sciences available in Hindi language? Why should we learn the other language? To evolve. In evolution, isn't it? Somebody wants to become a mechanical engineer. Somebody wants to become a forest officer. Somebody has to get into automobiles, medicines. Where have you enriched the language? Why are you pushing it to us? What is your agenda?
All right, so many issues, many aspects raised here by you.
Yes, I speak 7 languages.
Yes, I was just going to say, I heard you're fluent in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Marathi.
Why? There is because there is a necessity. When I have a necessity to learn language, I will learn that language. It's my right. But whatever I am a proud Kannadiga because my mother tongue Kannada is my identity, and it taught me how to perceive, how to grow up, how to relate, how to communicate, how to represent a culture. The rest was a necessity. Who are you to tell me what to eat, what to wear, which religion it should be? This is your agenda. The problem is, who is speaking these lines and why are you speaking those lines? Now, what is your, you're not even talking about governance, the major issues are here. But you people speak only this. Suddenly now you want one uniform formula, education is uniform, your hijab, hilal, everything.
All right,
you have a wrong agenda.
Okay, there's an agenda here at play, and uniformity is not necessarily what works best for India, says Mr. Prakash Raj. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Understand Hindi well enough, in spite of Hindi having been taught even in non-Hindi speaking states and regions. And that is the fact. Must also add, in spite of all the popularity of Hindi movies. Which language, English or Hindi, has contributed more to India's successes so far? Amit Shah just threw in an age-old crowbar as a distraction, when India and BJP has no way to hide for all the failures that has caught up into his fat ass. The issue of English as being the more practical language is one that is well and long settled, even in India. And had he looked or asked, privately, he might have got good practical and logical answers there itself. He could and would have avoided all this embarrassment of having to be schooled again, right from basics and history. Had Gandhi and Dr. Ambedkar been around, they would not even second-guess English, as being extremely important and even more critically important now than ever. Because they were more pragmatic people and they would have understood even more, that these dumbass RSS-led BJP. Anyone with the basic human brain would comprehend both the realities, and putting together, the historical evidence of countries including former British colonies that kept English as important and working forward with that. We don't owe the dumb idiots like Amit Shah any explanation as to why he is wrong. It is his duty to go educate himself on a 3-day crash course. If you convince him and send him to Singapore, we could teach him in 3 days flat. I am assuming he really wants to know and learn. Here we have real examples, and history of English was held more important but equally accepting other major languages of migrants and the majority Chinese, who eventually dropped all dialects and Chinese medium school, resorting to just one English medium. And mind you, there, in spite of the Chinese being the majority, they understood proficiency in English meant not just survival, but coming out tops or aiming to be tops in the world. And so we could, if need be, also start explaining in Hindi to him, Amit Shah, at least for the first day. As we guess, he might be weak, poor in English. As long as he is not terrible at common sense, we can manage to knock some sense into him.